frankly, has seriously annoyed me. And
You call disposable income, that's the word, isn't it? Disposable income. And my mum absolutely loved the Last Farewell, that was the name of the song. Blustery, windy, daylight, there you go. We're going to have a chat with this guy, he's a very interesting guy. Listen to the wind. Listen to the trees. It's very blustery. Oh, Rasha, what are you doing? Rasha doesn't like bad weather. She hates the rain. Yeah, I didn't do any vlogging yesterday at all. Didn't even turn the camera on. Bit of a weird old day. It was Monday yesterday when I'm talking about yesterday. And for a Monday, we had several people on. There's I think there's a motorhome show on in Lincoln this end of this week, so there's a few people staying with us going to that. But yesterday the weather was generally pretty nice. It was okay. Got quite a bit done. Weed killer down, some weeding, strimming and grass cutting. I'll be back in a second. Guess what's happening? Every time I turn this camera on in the mornings, this always happens. Right, sorry, big puddles. I'm sort of badgered on, I don't know, till about, I don't know what time is it? It was early this afternoon till about 2 o'clock. And anyway, grey big clouds started to appear in the distance, like big, seriously grey clouds. And bloody hell, another storm came in with the thunder and massive rain came down. A lot of rain came down for a couple of hours. And then it all brightened up. But we have got some very strong winds on the horizon, allegedly. So yeah, well, anybody out there who's thinking about going away, if you're putting awnings up, make sure that they're secured down. I've probably got maybe end of September, possibly very early October, my awnings on my caravan will come down for the winter. It's going to be super strange. I've got a great big awning up at the moment. That's going to be very weird not having that up, but I don't leave the I like to get the awning down certainly by October. Right, let's rush her back to the van and into the office. I've just been over to the seasonal area. There's a few people got awnings up, obviously not on site at the moment, so just been to check they're all okay. Right, now then, a couple of things. Michael Lutas. Michael, you're an OMD fan and a Depeche Mode fan. Always good to hear from fellow fans. You sent over a coffee. Cheers for that, buddy. What are you thinking about Bauhaus Staircase? That's getting some pretty mixed reviews. Isn't Slow Train really a rip-off of a Goldfrapp song? Yeah, I have a sneaky feeling it's going to be a bit of a, what I would call I've got a gate open, a Liberator album, where some people are going to love it and some people are going to hate it. And you'll always get the die-hard OMD fans who go, best song ever! Whatever they release, it's always the best ever, I love it! Even though some OMD music is a bit crappy, isn't it? Hey, right, it's going to, it doesn't look like I'm going to get much done outside today. I was going to get the strimmer out and have a bit of a strimming couple of hours. It's very dark in here. Bloody hell. Very autumnal. Something really sad as well. Well, not sad. When I was little, I was a young lad, I was brought up on music. There was always music being played in the house. My brother was a massive, huge Beatles fan, and there was always Beatles music on, but also lots of pop music on, all the time with the radio on. And there's just songs that just remind me of good times. In fact, let me sell my mower for a minute. Good times with my mum and dad, my brother and my sister. And funny enough, sometimes when I sort of go, those at a certain age, relate to some of the songs that I sometimes recollect from being younger, especially in the 60s. Anyway, somebody called Roger Whittaker has passed away. Those of a certain age will remember Roger Whittaker. My mum loved a song, I can't remember what it was called. For you are beautiful and I have loved you dearly. Was it the last? I can't remember what the song's called. I have loved you dearly, more dearly than the spoken word can tell. I have no fear of death, it brings no sorrow. Anyway, my mum absolutely loved this record, and we did have a record player at home, but we weren't a poor family, or we weren't a rich family. We coped. My dad worked full time and my mum worked full time, but we had no spare, what you'd call disposable income. That's the word, isn't it? Disposable income. And my mum absolutely loved the Last Farewell. That was the name of the song. Loved that song by Roger Whittaker. I don't know how old I was, 10, 11, 12, something like that. And she was always singing it. My mum was always singing it, even when it wasn't on the radio. And I can remember saving up all my pocket money, and I actually went and bought my mum a 7-inch single of that record, Roger Whittaker. Yeah, it was for such a young boy. I can't remember how much the single was back in the day. It must have been very, very early 70s. I actually saved up all my pocket money and bought my mum that record. So it was quite sad hearing that Roger Whittaker had passed away, and I say that one record really reminds me of my mother. Pair of Crocs. I need to go and retrieve a pair of Crocs. People on pitch 7, pitch number 9. I think you may have been subscribers. You've left some Crocs, which are still on the pitch. Right, I'm going to get into the office. That's the mower shed opened up. As I say, it's now raining. I don't know if I'm going to get anything done. Let's get today started. I've got no idea whether we're going to get a vlog out of today or not. We'll wait and see. Oh, golly. Oh, right, it should all being well be a easy-ish day. There's only one person in this afternoon. I got an ETA on, so people can on the booking form put a ETA when they're due to come on. Allegedly, it's not going to be a late one, which will be quite good. I've got my car in for my Corando is. Do you remember the other week I went to go and get the air conditioning regassed? Anyway, there was a leak on. Well, we've now diagnosed the aircon rad. So that's in at the minute getting replaced. I've got a little boy racer, a little Corsa. Ooh. Somebody mentioned yesterday, I did a vlog, whenever it was, a couple of days ago, and I was in the loos and I was filling up the soap dispensers, and I said, this will be my last time, and all the rest of it. And I possibly made out like that the campsite was going to be closed over winter, and we're not closed over winter. In actual fact, for the first time, we are actually open. Sorry, I need to sort these books out as well. We are actually going to be open all year this year, including we've got some winter seasonal people with us, some winter mini seasonal people with us. So we are open all year. So when I was referring to filling up the soap, those soap dispensers can last literally several weeks once they're full. So what I should have said, it will be my probably last time of filling the soaps up. Obviously we have got a winter sitter, Warden, that's going to be staying on the site. More news on that shortly, coming up in the next couple of weeks. But the whole site is open over winter. It's going to be very quiet. We know it's going to be quiet, but because we've now got a full 12-month license, we're doing it. Anybody local, Lincolnshire way, have you got any ideas? These, I have mentioned this in the past, these leaflets and any information leaflets, we used to get them sent to us and given to us. We used to have companies would come down and put them in because they've got adverts in, and obviously since COVID all that went a bit pear-shaped, and I have struggled to get hold of information leaflets, even tourist information places. If you know anywhere that can send any to us that we can put on display, that would be fantastic. Yeah, we are going to have oh look, these are falling off the shelf. These are falling off the shelf. We are going to have a bit of a book cull. We've accumulated perhaps way too many books at the moment, and some of these shelves are actually weighing with a lot of weight as a point of collapse, and I don't know how I'm going to sort this out. Possibly just going to need to speak to a couple of possibly speak to a couple of people who are on site and just say, what would you do with the books? And obviously I can give them to charity shops, but just since COVID, people have stopped reading books and magazines. It's most peculiar. Anyway, I'm going to have a book cull at some stage. Okay. Emails. I've got a couple of emails and work-related emails I need to press on with. Steph, somebody that I know, Steph from the Wirral. You know who you are. She sent me some messages last night while she was watching the vlog where Sandra was showing off her courgette. And yeah, we're friends on Facebook. We sort of. Do we know each other, Steph? We sort of know each other. We've got a mutual interest. She looks after a phone box. Some will know what I'm talking to. Some will know what I'm talking about when I say Steph looks after a phone box. 6323 003. Those that know will know what 6323 003 is. Anyway, Steph's over that way. But, and she messaged me, said, my cat's going, sort of like, it's a bit crazy watching you. I said, well, what do you mean? And she sent some photographs over. So her cat was actually physically transfixed watching one of our vlogs the other day on YouTube. Even when Sandra's there, the cat is actually just looking up, and he's looking up at the trail cam footage of the mice and the badgers and everything. And what I'm going to do, just for a bit of fun, there's only literally this takes about just a few seconds. I'm going to insert some photographs here that she sent to me, and I have asked for permission to use them. Isn't this cat absolutely gorgeous? Right, these winds are seriously getting some massive gusts, but in big epic ways. So I'm just going to oh golly, no rain. Never rains in nurseries, so I am just going to go down and just have a quick walk down the seasonal pitches that we've got and make sure everybody's awnings are all okay, including my own, which is there. So I did check that earlier, that's all okay, but they say we have got these big gusts, so put those down straps. I'm not going to go and show you everybody's who's on here, but I'll just sort of come into this area here and you can see we've got awning up, awnings, 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 awnings and awnings. So I'm just going to go and make sure that we haven't got any damage with these massive gusts of wind that are taking place at the moment. I've not seen that for a while. In fact, the trail cams haven't caught the pheasants on camera for an absolute age, and we've got the pheasant up at the top here. You won't be able to see it, but yeah, not caught the pheasant in on trail cams in the woods. Anyway, he's happy days. Right, and say awning checks, boat heads. I know you watch my videos. You've had 4 pegs out, which I've secured back in for you. You're going to need to think about getting your awning down for the season, because this is only a lightweight porch awning, but it is secure for now. I'll keep an eye on that one, make sure it's all okay. Oh, I need to go and retrieve these Crocs as well. Yeah, a pair of Crocs have been left behind. Lola the showgirl, look, she 4 months old, did you say?
Yeah,
well, 4.5. I'm with Lola and a pair of Crocs, and what a gorgeous dog you are. You are just look at you. And I've got a gentleman stood here behind me somewhere. Come forward a little bit, into the daylight. There you go. We're going to have a chat with this guy. He's a very interesting guy. Probably not on this vlog, but coming up we're going to have a chat. And all I'm going to turn around and say is, I'm going to get going over that way. All I'm going to turn around to say is, think of Coca-Cola, think of cowboys, Lola. And yeah, we're going to be having a chat about Coca-Cola and cowboys and why he's got that name. Right, meanwhile, I'm going back up with a pair of Crocs, and I need to just give the loos and showers a very quick go over. Say the campsite's very quiet at the minute, and then ready for a couple that are on this afternoon, and keep an eye on these awnings with these gusts of wind that are taking place at the moment. Me, what a day. What a day. Right, let's go and just quickly go and check my own awning and rasher. Got a couple of bratwursts I cooked last night. Which I'm gonna have for my dinner. Oh, blustery, windy. Do you remember these great big marquee pegs? Do you remember these big uns? All here now. Now you can see why we had them. Oh, I've got a ladder come off. I've got one come off there. That's actually broken. I'm not too worried about that. These are the storm straps, which are fine. Again, you remember, instead of attaching them like a lot of places do, we've attached them inside. Yay, look at that there. Very, 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 very blustery. Yeah, way too big this awning. As I say, we'll be coming down in a couple of weeks. Right, where's the girl? Hello Russia, how are you? Hi, 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 hi. These are my sausages, this is my dinner, not for you. Not for you. I bet you'd like one of my sausages, wouldn't you? I've got some pedigree dental sticks. I think what we'll do, we'll let you have one of those. How's that? There you go, good girl. So yeah, that's not too sure who, because I've got lots of treats and bits and bobs for Russia, so thank you for the person that bought those for Russia. As you can see, she's still in. Oh, it must have been cool last night. Russia slept up here. Yeah, these people that got Russia the blanket were stayed with us recently, and yeah, enjoying that, Rush. This Amazon delivery man is becoming super annoying. Right, he'll come here in his van. He'll even come here if there's nobody. So we have got people in the cottage, but they're not here at the moment. And it says here, the nurseries, all deliveries to the campsite reception. So the other day there was a parcel underneath that sign for down in Mazzy. It was in cardboard, soaking wet in the rain, just left outside. And then look at this one here. All posts and deliveries leave at the touring park reception. I kid you not, you couldn't make this shit up, could you? You know, there's all posts and deliveries leave at the touring park reception. That is a chainsaw, electrical, just dumped and left outside, with another one. What on earth is going to the delivery driver's head? Madness. Right, let me get them inside. Right, I need to go and get the lump hammer. Apparently somebody just mentioned it looks like boathead awning has come loose again. What I'm also going to do before I forget, here's a quick clip from Sandra back at home. And I need to go to the mower shed and go and grab a lump hammer.
Good afternoon. A bit of a random Sunday here, so yeah, so I went to bell ringing first thing this morning, and I had some difficulty getting there because it's the Altrincham 10k run today. So I got stung by nettles earlier, so it feels a bit weird. So yeah, so I got out to bell ringing, but had to come back via Cheshire countryside via Ashley because all the roads near our house were closed. So but I'm still not that near house. So I still got the car only as far as Hale Barnes, which is about a half-hour walk away. So I think the run's finished now, but I've been doing a bit around the house and garden. So when I do need to go to Mum's, I'm going to have to walk to Hale Barnes again. So getting my steps in today. Yeah, so I'm still picking apples. Just enjoying this rather nice sorry, Sunday brain. What are they called? Begonia, yeah. So I put that begonia in a few weeks ago and it's come on surprisingly well. So Nice bit of late summer colour. So I've been doing a bit of clearing on the veg side, which I'll show you in a moment. Randomly found a couple of tomatoes hiding here. Oh, there's another there's a yellow one. There you go. So yeah, so not a great crop of tomatoes this year, but anyway, it's just one of those years. I'm keeping the courgette plant in the hope I might get a few late courgettes. I just seem to have got one ginormous one so far. Anyway, I've cut the lawn at the front, so I started tidying up at the back. And it's bin day tomorrow, so I've been getting ready for bin day as well. So I squash my tomatoes, getting up. Here we go. So, so this area had got quite overgrown. So, been doing a bit of clearing. The bin, I can show you that actually. I always have that. Anyone else have this problem at this time of year? That it's time to start cutting back and clearing. And yes, Neil, once I pick the apples, the apple trees will be trimmed as well. So yeah, so green bin is absolutely rammed. And yeah, no room for any more. I've come back in for a minute because there's a person that lives over the road that frankly has seriously annoyed me, and I'm likely to lose my temper if I come anywhere near this person at the moment. So anyway, take my word for it, the grass is cut at the front, all looking fine. When I get a mow, I'll cut the grass at the back as well. I do need to catch up with Mum this afternoon, make sure she's okay. So, yep, so as you can see, I have been picking lots of apples. And so many apples this year, just so many apples this year. Bye for now, speak soon.
Hey, dinky dinky dink. Right, let's grab that and go and check the boat head awning, and while I'm at it I'll come back round and do another double check on the other awnings on the seasonal area. Right, I'm going to need 2 hands to get these in. That's pretty well everything re-pegged down there, that'd come loose. Let's keep going with these. Right, fingers crossed that'll do the trick. Sorry, let's quick checker on the seasonal awnings that everybody else is okay. And yeah, I'm gonna have a quick walk around. Right, no work as such done today with all of this weather being as it is, and as you saw, my chainsaws arrived. And the next couple of days, tomorrow is looking really bad with really strong winds on the way in and a lot of rain going to is going to be about as well. So for now, I'm going to close up the door to the mower shed, get this all secured down and battened down for the night. A little bit more time in the office, and but I think it's time to wrap this video off. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Absolutely wonderful to have you with us as ever. Tune in very soon. If you've not already done so, I was talking to somebody before about the subscription button down there and the notification bell, so you know when we upload a video. Things on YouTube have changed, and unless you have subscribed and hit the notification bell, people's videos won't appear on your timeline. Anyway, got to get going. Take care.